Dating in college is never easy, but imagine trying to do it while surrounded by Secret Service. Here with more is our senior reporter, Mara Siegler. Who are we talking about today?
So we are talking about Barron Trump, Donald and Melania's 19-year-old son. He is currently a sophomore in college, and he's apparently a ladies' man, but what I was told by a source is that he recently had a date at Trump Tower and that they shut down the whole floor for, this was for security reasons. It wasn't like a choice. This is how he has to date.
Right, he didn't need the whole floor for the date. It just, that's how it works when it comes to being the first son.
Right. I think going to a restaurant is, maybe out of the question for him. He is 6 foot. The internet says he's between 6'7" and some places say he's 6'9", but he is enormous, and you can tell that just by whenever he's standing next to somebody. So I think it's pretty hard to for him to just anonymously. I mean, can you imagine you're nervous about a first date, you're trying to impress somebody, and then everyone in the restaurant is trying to take a picture of you?
Yeah, it's hard to be incognito when you're Barron Trump and you're 6'7" minimum.
And you've got a bunch of big guys in black, sort of hovering around you.
So what do we know about his dating life? He's at NYU, he's going to the Stern Business School, but he's also at the DC campus?
So last year as a freshman, he was at the main campus downtown in New York, and this year he is, sources told the New York Post the other week that he's actually, as of September 2nd, he is living at the White House and he is going to the NYU DC campus.
Okay, but he's still picking up some dates in New York City in the Big Apple.
This was previous to the move.
Gotcha.
So this was prior to him going back to school.
And how do his classmates, how do potential girlfriends keep in touch with him? As the president's son, he can't just give out his phone number, is that correct?
Right, so back in April, around the time that he was during his freshman year, and he was you want to make friends in college. I'm sure he wants to have as normal of a freshman year experience as any other kid. But he can't give out his phone number is what my source was saying, because the thing is if it leaks to the public, they were describing it as a merry-go-round. He'd have to constantly be changing his number. It would just be a full-blown nightmare if it got out.
People would fully spam him, prank call him, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. So what he does is he talks to friends on gaming apps, which I guess Xbox is his preferred one. That's what they had told me at the time. I guess he also uses Discord, which is another one of these
encrypted messaging app.
Yeah, the kids can I guess they can talk or they can text.
So Barron's on his headset saying, meet me at the dining hall, meet me downtown, bros.
Yes, and I mean, again, I guess that's just a much easier way to keep it things more private. But I guess he is, listen, he does have Secret Service all the time on campus, but I was told by a student who went there last year that he's the ladies liked him.
There was actually an amazing quote from one of your sources here that I have to read. It says, he's tall and awkward, but he has the thing, the guy. He has a lot of girls running after him.
Right, and they said it being awkward and tall was a really good thing. Apparently the young girls are very into that.
Obviously we've got, the lanky is in, Timothée Chalamet. Jacob Elordi is quite tall, and he's very thin. We also have the singer Somber. I think for a 19-year-old, it's not out of the question that this is heartthrob material?
Yeah, Timothée Chalamet. Yeah, he's a quirky guy. I guess, yeah, it's a less threatening, sort of adorable thing for...
Absolutely. And we got to talk about Barron Trump has some cash. He has his own personal net worth because of cryptocurrency. So that also might be a draw to some of the ladies. He even has a Rolex, is that correct?
He does. So he is very rarely spotted. They really, Melania is so close with him, and she's really a protective mother. And of course, obviously she needs to be, because he's so, you look back at any, of the kids in the White House, Chelsea Clinton had it really hard.
Eviscerated, yeah.
Yeah, and I think,
and
Sasha
the Obama
and Leah,
girls, yeah.
They seem pretty, well adjusted, but I don't know if they got as much meanness from the internet. The internet is just brutal.
Michelle Obama recently said she actually name-checked Page 6 and said her biggest fear was that her daughters would end up on Page 6.
Yeah. It makes sense. You're a parent, you want to be protective. But so he's very rarely seen, but he was seen, I think it was in March, he was outside, he was walking into Trump Tower with his mom, and he was wearing a $50,000 Rolex. So people were, at the time, all does he have a deal with Rolex? No, he does not. But Yeah, he.
And he looked more dapper than a typical college student who goes to class in their pajamas. But he was like in a sweater and slacks, and I think he's putting his look together. He is one of the faces of the Trump family.
He is. And so Forbes recently released an article with the estimated net worths of each of the Trump family members, and he is estimated to be worth about $150 million. So.
And he's 19 years old.
Yeah, and he's taken girls to build it like a building with his name on it for a date, you know?
That is a flex, and obviously it's working for him. So I can't wait to see what's next for him, of course. And for more on the Trumps and all of your celebrity gossip, stay here at page6.com.